Hello, leaders. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that provides tips and techniques to help you navigate the leadership challenges you face every day. I'm your host, Paul Grau Jr. from the CLC Team, and we work primarily with military leaders to help them be the absolute best leader they can be. Our primary goal here is to help you lead from your very best self. Because let's face it, everyone deserves a great leader. So let's jump right into today's topic. Hey, I'm excited about this week's topic as I'll be covering what I consider to be the 6 core essentials of leadership. I love offering these core essentials as a foundation of leadership, and this week's topic is great for all leaders, no matter what level of leadership you're at, whether you're just starting out as an aspiring leader or a new leader or a seasoned leader of many, many years. Today, we're going to start out with the first core essential and discuss a new core essential each day of this week, all the way up through Saturday. So let me start by asking you, have you ever been tasked with something that you weren't quite sure how to do or didn't know if you could do the task? Or have you ever just wondered why you act the way you do under certain situations and environments, such as under a stressful environment, or when faced with a serious challenge, or when receiving criticism from somebody, or when giving criticism? Or how about, have you ever just simply wondered what your true gifts and talents were, and how you can utilize them to your fullest capacity? Well, the first core essential of leadership, in my opinion, of course, is knowing yourself. You see, many leaders are thrown into the leadership role or have been leading for many years, and yet they really never established the foundation of knowing themselves. Over 70% of all leaders never receive any formal kind of leadership training. They are just expected to know how to lead, and I have a big problem with that, and I want to help. So, as John Maxwell says, everything rises and falls on leadership. Now, I totally agree with this statement, and yet 70% of leaders receive no training. Can you see the correlation of why many organizations have issues with their leaders? Now, I believe that knowing yourself is where every kind of leadership must begin, because if you don't know yourself, you will never reach your full potential in your leadership role, and you'll never be able to develop your people to their full capability. Now, I know that's a bold statement, but when I say knowing yourself, I mean knowing your capabilities, your passions, your personal vision, your true talents and gifts, your potential, the reasons you do the things you do and react the way you react, your communication style, your leadership style, your strengths, your weaknesses, your area of opportunities, your biggest fears, and your biggest dreams and aspirations. That's what I mean about knowing yourself. You see, knowing yourself requires much more than just looking in the mirror. It requires much more than writing a few statements on a piece of paper. Knowing yourself uncovers the real you, your best attributes and your blind spots, or the things that you don't really realize that you do. So the first core essential of leadership begins with knowing yourself. Now, there are numerous ways to do this, and some of the easiest ways are to take an online assessment, get in some type of mastermind group, talk to close friends and family members, work with a life or leadership coach, daily prayer and meditation, or just journaling your thoughts and habits daily. I work with teams to help you navigate conflict in order to increase communication, productivity, and morale. And the first place I always start is by having everyone take a DISC assessment and have a short DISC deep dive session with the entire team. This is always extremely revealing and begins the process of eliminating negative conflict because everyone knows themselves on a much deeper level. And then, and only then, they can begin to understand others. Today's challenge is simple. Take a step to get to know yourself on a much deeper level. Hey, as always, thank you for listening. So we have some big things going on here with our online membership group for leaders. It's actually growing, and we're adding a new group specifically for military leaders. Now, we're still working out all the details and bonuses that will be included. But for now, please help us spread the word. This group will be a place where military leaders can learn new skills, refine older skills, and have deep discussions with like-minded leaders who actually get exactly where other military leaders are coming from. We're going to tap into everyone's expertise, and the group members will help bring out the very best in each other. So keep tuned in, and please be sure to let any military leader that you know about this group, and that will be up and running very, very soon. This is going to be different than any other leadership development group out there. So be ready and, man, get excited. Hey, that's it for today. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.